Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back into my channel. So in this lab, we're going to connect into our EC2 instances within the Azure portal. So basically, let's say we type in EC2 and then so right from there, and if you go like EC2 instances, oh, look at this. So we don't have an EC2 instances created yet, but we could launch one too. Let's just go ahead and just create. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and create on EC2 instances. I'm gonna call this my web server. My web server. And let me give it this image. Amazon Linux 64 to 32-bit. Bit. I'm gonna leave it like this. Give it a keeper and call this my Amazon key. Let's call it my Amazon key. Make no difference. No, but see, what you should do is to copy this and create a new one and paste this here. Let's do it for Mac. Now, security group. Let's go on security group and see. Um, Enable, bang. Yeah. So let's add let's go ahead and if we create security group, so we have port 22 that's open by default. Let's try customs. I can add leave these by default. Okay. We allow port 22 source type anywhere. Let's add another rule. Let's grab HTTP and port 80, and that'll be it. So let's just go on advanced here and double check to make sure that we're gonna leave everything by default. One number, so let's launch this AC. Yeah, from anywhere. Destination. Anywhere to launch this. Okay. So now let's go down, view our instances. Now it's pending. The instance states it's pending. It's a T2 micro instances. Now there go the details. It says that the instance ID, that's the instance ID there. The name of it is my web server. The IPv6 address doesn't display, so the host type is IP name, and that's the IP address. It comes with a private IP address and the public IP address too as well. So that's the private IP address. No, that's the public IP address, and they go the private IP address. Now, scroll down and see something. So that's the MIID number. Okay, now let's go on security here and check something. Now you see there's two ports that's open by default. SSH, which is port 22. HTTP is this port 80. Now the source is from anywhere. That's what it means. Launch wizard 3, because there's launch wizard 2. Main 1 is here by default. Now, so now the status is it's running now. Let's check the networking side. There with the public IP v4, and that's the private IP. The public IP v4 DNS. Let's check something here and see. Space this. Let's go back here while we're doing this. And everything looks good. Storage. That status. Volume is a 4 gigabit. Status. You could get your status report. Yes, a system status is pending. Monitoring. CPU. Utilization. Check. Status check fill. Status whatever. So if you want to, you could go here to stop instance, reboot instance, or terminate instance. No, I don't want to reboot it, so I'll just reboot instance and terminate instance. And now this is the action. If you want to go on these, those here, you get them here too as well. So if you click here, that's if you want to add another instance. You want to, you want to launch another instance or launch instance from the template or migrate a server. So this is very important if you want to perform those tasks. So now let's refresh and then let's select this again. Now if you want to add more security rules, you could go to security here and say like create security group, and you could give it a name, give it a description, and you will go down here and add in and outbounds rule. Like say what port that you wanna allow in. Let's say HTTP port 80. And I wanna add another rule which is SSH, which is port 22. Now the source is from what? IPv4. IPv4 from anywhere. That's what it means. Now that's the inbound, and let's add some outbound rule too as well. All traffic, say from, I think the all traffic is good. So let's not add anything from the outbound rule. Now let's create it. Oh, we got to give it a name. My web server group. My web server group allow SSH and HTTP. And go ahead and create. Now, if you want to, you could go on the key pair here. Like if you want to create some new key pair, since we already created a key pair already, there's no need for that. But the key pair, it don't matter. You could create the key pair within the instance. But if you want to, before you start create the instance, you could create the key pair ahead of time. Now you have the placement group, you have the load balancer. Let's check here. So load balance. If you want to create a load balancer, you will click here and do application load balancer, network load balancer. You know, an application load balancer is for intelligence. It's a layer 7 on the OSI model. It's load balance, which is HTTP and HTTPS, which is layer 7. The application layer, it's here for intelligence. Now, if you want, you could do a network load balancer, which is a layer 4 on the OSI model. It's for TCP and UDP. It's here to load balance traffic. And they have gateway load balancer. So choose a gateway load balancer when you need to deploy manage a fleet of third-party virtual appliances that support Geneva. These appliances enable you to improve security, compliance, and policy control. So I don't need a load balancer for now. I don't want to get charged beyond my free tier account. So you see here, I have 3 security group. assign. So the status of my instance is running. So let's click here and let's just select that. Now let's go ahead and connect into our instances. So there's 3 ways to connect. You could connect here from your instance, either like EC2 instance connect or session manager or session client or EC2 serial console. Now the easiest way is just to connect on your EC2 from within the AWS portal. So let's just go ahead and hit connect. So now, as you can tell, we connect into our EC2 instances. Now, if I launch like who am I, it says I'm the EC2 user. Now let's see if I want to ping 8.8. Oh, sorry, that 8.8, which is the Google. Which is the Google, is the IP address of Google, so you could tell that I'm connected. So let's stop this. I stop this. Okay. What am I doing? Just close this. What are we doing? Okay. So, just Control C, Command C, Control C. Let me stop this. All right, so let me just you just X out of here and just reconnect again. Now here's one command that you could execute on your EC2 instance. Like you could say AWS EC2 describe that instances. Just a second. All right, guys. So says unable to locate credentials. You can configure credential by running AWS configure. AWS EC2 describe instances. Okay. Now, okay, guys, so I will stop that right there so I can make some more interesting video about creating instances with AWS. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you. Bye-bye.